Doug Scott, our truck group marketing manager.
Good morning, everybody. Great to see all of you. Saw a lot of your friendly faces last week down in West Virginia on Super Duty and Expedition, so the truck news just keeps on coming with
Pretty cool. It's Mr. Truck.
the real world. What does this look like in the real world? And so we had the opportunity to take the 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost out to Davis Dam. All of you are very familiar with J2807, the SAE standard on trailer towing. It's predicated on testing at Davis Dam. So we had our 2.7-liter EcoBoost hooked up to a 7,000-pound trailer. We had the Ram 3-liter EcoDiesel hooked up to the same 7,000-pound trailer, and then the Silverado 5.3 V8, again hooked up to a 7,000-pound trailer, going up a 6% grade for 3 miles. So let's take a look at the video. We'll show you how we did it.
The new Ford F-150 is unlike any truck ever built. It was designed to be efficient without sacrificing the capability needed to get the job done. To prove that capability, we're challenging Ram and Silverado to a head-to-head towing competition. The F-150 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 engine versus the Ram 3-liter EcoDiesel and the Silverado 1500 5.3-liter V8 engine.
2.7-liter EcoBoost is about half the size of the mid-range V8s.
Welcome to the mecca of torque and towing test sites, Arizona's Davis Dam Road, where truck manufacturers flock for SAE certification, thanks to its 13-mile climb up a 6% grade and temperatures that top 100 degrees. Identical 7,000-pound trailers are hitched to each of the trucks. Each truck is equipped with its most capable axle. The course is 3 miles long, up Davis Dam Road. The drivers will push the pedal to the floor and not let up until the vehicle crosses the finish line. Each pair of trucks will make 3 runs, switching drivers and lanes between each race to eliminate variables.
EcoDiesel got off the line well, and then can't maintain the speed. 2.7's got a lot of torque too, and it doesn't lose any speed.
The new F-150, with its 2.7-liter EcoBoost engine, easily beats the Ram EcoDiesel by a hefty margin in all 3 runs.
The all-new F-150 is over 700 pounds lighter than the current F-150. That's what allows us to go up against trucks like the 5.3-liter V8 Silverado.
Up against the Silverado V8, an engine nearly twice its size, the more fuel-efficient F-150 EcoBoost with its broad torque band wins the first 2 rounds, then finishes only seconds behind after the temperature drops.
In the hottest part of the day, the 2.7-liter EcoBoost performed the best. If our customers need to tow 7,000 pounds, they're going to be able to do it like a V8 can do it.
The F-150 proves once again that finding smarter and more efficient ways to get the job done is what it means to be built Ford tough.
What you saw today was the future for pickup trucks. It's not just about horsepower and torque anymore. It's about power to weight, being able to give customers better fuel economy without compromise.
So there you have it, pretty compelling. A couple of things to emphasize there. I don't know if you noted it, but actually the Ram EcoDiesel was up axle. That was a 392 rear axle versus our 373, and the Silverado and the F-150 both have the same 373. So again, these were apples to apples, spec to spec, comparisons. I think you're all familiar with the fact that We sold the first EcoBoost in an F-150 back in February of 2011, so about 3.5 years ago. And in that time, we've sold over 500,000 EcoBoost equipped F-150s. It's about, today it's running over 40% of our mix, so 0 to 40% in 3 years. I would maintain for you that this 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 is probably what the 3.5 V6 EcoBoost was back 3 years ago. So we're very excited about the potential, and again, this is what helps deliver. You take 732 pounds of weight save, you take 325 horsepower, 375 foot-pounds of torque, and you get a power-to-weight ratio that's 15% better. So a great story, and the continuation of our reveal, if you will. So let me get started. Obviously, this in terms of foundation, many of you have heard this before. Certainly, we have a dominant position in the industry. We're halfway to our 38th consecutive year of truck leadership, 33rd consecutive year of being the best-selling vehicle in America, car, truck, or SUV. So we continue to have momentum. Our leadership is about the same level. We actually have about 125,000 unit lead over Chevy through the first 6 months of this year. So again, we continue to have momentum, and we're launching from a position of strength. So we revealed the truck back January 13th. We talked quite a bit about our main competitive advantage of having the best customer insight of anybody in the business. And some of you have seen this slide. You may, for those of you that have seen it, you can accuse us of overusing it, but I think it really is a classic example of a picture being worth 1,000 words. This is obviously one of our agricultural customers, a farmer in a combine, and when you look at that picture, you can see all the technology. And what it really says to you is that this combine, like our truck, is one of the many tools that our customers rely on. And what they expect out of a tool is for it to be more productive, continually being more productive, to allow them to do more for less in the same amount of time. So that's one of the key insights that we've brought to the development of the 15 F-150 is how do we make this tool more productive? How do we make it the and solution so that we're giving our customer more capability, more performance, more fuel efficiency, more of every important attribute that we can possibly deliver. So again, we talked quite a bit in January about and really focused since then on the tough aspect and the smart aspect of the new F-150. Again, clearly we believe this truck is the toughest, smartest, and most capable we've ever built, and we focused our attention in previous media forums on those two aspects of toughness and smart technology. So today is really our first step into the capability story with two of our engines. The two engines we're going to talk about today from a capability standpoint are the 3.5 TIVCT base engine and the 2.7 liter EcoBoost. And importantly, what we're going to talk to today is a paradigm shift. In the truck business, historically, it's been about bragging rights for the most horsepower and the most torque. Well, we're going to talk to you today about how smart, efficient engineering and combining great weight savings with very technologically advanced power packs that can deliver great power is going to give us superior power-to-weight ratios that is going to pay off for our customer in more capability and more performance. So that'll be really the key to the story today. And we've got a tremendous story to talk to technical improvement with both of these new engines. As always, power of choice is a huge competitive advantage for us. So you guys know that. We've talked about it before with the new truck, 5 Series lineup. You see it on the screen behind me. XL all the way up to Platinum, 3 Crews, regular cab, super cab, and super crew. The powertrain story much the same, where we're going to be emphasizing the power of choice and the fact that we've got 4 powertrains. Today we're going to focus, as I said, on the 3.5 TIVCT and the 2.7 EcoBoost. There'll be more to come on the 5 liter V8 and the 3.5 EcoBoost as we progress toward the launch. So we're able to marry that the cab and the series configurations with these 4 great engines to deliver the right engine for every customer. And I want to spend a minute on this slide because we talked a lot about customer insight. So I felt like the proof is in the pudding and we need to share some of that insight with you. So we've sort of arrayed how we see the market for the 4 engines on this particular slide. And I'll start up in the upper left with the 3.5 TI-VCT. So this is a standard engine. This is for a customer that really values, or what's really important to them is price, value, low operating costs. This is a place, and I'll talk in terms of both our retail and our fleet customers. So we have a lot of fleet and commercial business in this place where people are really interested in lowest operating costs. They may not have as much tow need or as much payload need as other customers in our lineup, but clearly operating cost rules the day. You might be interested to know that 87% of our customers in this space tow less than 5,000 pounds. 78% of them, or actually 56% of them, actually haul less than 1,000 pounds. So keep that in mind as we go through the presentation today and we talk about the attributes of these new engines. If I can slide over to the right on the 2.7 EcoBoost, again, this is an engine that really is designed for that core customer. We've talked about, since the reveal, the mid-range customer, this customer that doesn't need max towing, that's looking for 8,000 pounds of towing, a good amount of payload, but maximum fuel economy. Interestingly, this customer is going to drive more miles on an annual basis than any other customer in our lineup. 85% of these customers tow less than 8,000 pounds. 71% of them haul less than 2,000 pounds. So some important attributes to keep in mind as we go through the specs. And then on the lower part of the slide, we have the other 2 engines, the 5-liter V8, sort of our workhorse. This is the engine for the customer that really prioritizes towing. Our most frequent tower, our heaviest tower, and then the 3.5 EcoBoost. Again, you're all familiar with today. These are our 2 big volume engines. Between the 2 of them, probably about 80% of the mix. That will spread out a little bit here. We're expecting with the new truck that the 3.5 TI-VCT will be about 15% of the mix, and then the rest of the mix will be split equally between the other 3 engines, around 28%. So, with that, I'm going to hand the mic over to Bob Fassetti, our VP for Powertrain Engineering, and he's going to get into the technical details. Bob?
Thanks, Doug. Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about 2 new engines in our lineup, the 3.5-liter V6 and the 2.7-liter EcoBoost that Doug just mentioned. Let's start with the 3.5. It's designed for power and durability. It starts with T-twin independent variable cam timing. It provides torque across a wide RPM range. We've got 6-bolt main bearing caps along with a forged steel crankshaft for heavy-duty operation. We've got 2 composite intake manifold for responsive power and reduced weight. And we've got a die-cast block that gives you bay-to-bay breathing for reduced pumping losses, and a deep suck oil pan for extended oil change intervals. Next slide, please. So what does this mean to the customer? Well, standard 3.5-liter V6 is going to produce 283 horsepower and 255 foot-pounds of torque. The payload for the 3.5 liters at 1,910 pounds, which is just 20 pounds less than the Ram 1500's max payload. And the maximum trailer tow, 7,600 pounds, best in class, and 900 pounds more than today's 3.7-liter F150. Now let's talk about our all-new 2.7-liter EcoBoost, which is the most advanced EcoBoost engine in our lineup yet. 2.7-liter delivers power of mid-range V8 with better fuel economy than a compact pickup 4-cylinder. This engine's got a compacted graphite iron cylinder block. It's the same material we use in the heavy-duty 6.7-liter Power Stroke V8 in the F-Series Super Duty. The 2.7-liter EcoBoost is also incredibly smart. It's always trying to do the best, get the best way to produce power, whether that's spark timing, cam timing, boosting, wastegate technology, and the like. Next slide, please. So this compacted graphite iron cylinder block, it's made into a die-cast aluminum ladder frame that it basically encases the structure only where we need it. This makes it strong and light with materials expertly applied for increased durability and power and handling capability. The single-piece die-cast aluminum front-end structure consolidates the front-end accessory drive into a single structural piece, saving weight, improving stiffness and NVH, and it makes for easier assembly as well. We've got integrated exhaust manifolds that deliver a more compact engine package, reduces weight, improves our turbo response, and lower turbine inlet gas temps for improved fuel economy and emissions. We've got a variable displacement oil pump, which reduces our pumping losses. We've got active grill shutters with adapt aero loads to cooling needs, and standard auto stop-start, which eliminates consumption and emissions while the vehicle is at a standstill, all for fuel efficiency and improvements. And like his big brother, the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, the 2.7 liter is also Baja 1000 proven. The F-150 with the all-new 2.7 liter engine is going to boast these kind of power numbers: 325 horsepower along with 375 foot-pounds of torque. The max payload for the 2.7 liter comes in at 2,250 pounds of payload. Maximum trailer tow is 8,500 pounds. The payload is 143 pounds more than the Silverado 1500 max payload. So now I'd like to hand it back to Doug, who will walk you through how the new F-150 stacks up against some of our competition. Doug?
Thank you, Bob. Okay, one of the interesting things to look at on this particular slide is how efficient. I talked about efficiency, packing a lot of power, packing a lot of capability into a smaller package. And on this slide, what we've done is laid out the horsepower, torque, payload, and towing for some competitive entries. We've actually selected the Toyota Tacoma, which has a 2.7 liter four-cylinder, so the same displacement as our 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost, along with the Ram EcoDiesel, the 3 liter Ram EcoDiesel, and the Silverado 5.3 V8. And it's pretty interesting just taking on the F-150 versus Tacoma comparison, where you can see that we have more than double the horsepower, torque, and towing of that same 2.7 liter displaced Toyota Tacoma four-cylinder. So pretty amazing output for a 2.7 liter engine. You can also see that that 2.7 liters capability compares extremely favorably to the 5.3 Silverado V8, their volume engine, and as well the Ram 1500 3-liter diesel. So again, just another example of what efficient engineering can do in terms of delivering great power and capability that's going to be part of that and solution that our customers are looking for. So if we can go to the next slide here. Now, here's a key point in today's presentation. We've been talking since January 13th about up to 700 pounds of weight savings. We talked about how the weight savings would vary by cab, and this is obviously a key part of that strategy to improve power weight. So this is a moment of truth, and I'm going to ask Ryan, my faithful assistant here, to hop in the truck. We're actually going to have a little fun with Ryan here, because Ryan's going to pull the truck up on the scale, and then I'm going to ask Ryan to get out and we'll see how much Ryan weighs as well as how much difference the truck is. So, Ryan, come on. That's it. So we get 59.40. Now we're all going to see how much Ryan weighs. So if my math is right, Ryan weighs about 266 pounds. So there you go. It's the 2014 F-150. Again, comparably equipped vehicles, both cruise, both same box length, both 4x4s, both 18-inch wheels. So this is an apples-to-apples comparison. Now Ryan's going to hop into 2015, and we'll see what that way comes in at. Okay, we'll let Ryan get out. And there we are, 49.42. So we'll pull up a slide here, and that's going to be something on the order of 732 pounds, I think. There you go. So we talked about up to 700. I know I'm standing in the way. I'll try and get out of all your way so you can see that and get a good shot. We thought it would also make sense to really show how much 732 pounds is. So we've got this pallet of watermelons over here that evidences, again, what kind of weight we're talking about. Don't ask me how many watermelons are in that. So there's 739 pounds worth of weight, just to give you an example of what that is. But obviously, this is a key part of delivering that much improved power to weight ratio. When you do the math, the 3.5 liter TIVCT, when you look at power to weight, is 5% better than today's 3.7 liter V6 in the F150. More importantly, the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost is 15% improved in terms of power to weight ratio versus today's 5 liters. So again, we're delivering that AND solution. Great capability, much better power to weight. This is really what efficient engineering is all about.